So in March of 2026, I saw a post on Facebook about two working payphones in a town called Palmerton, Pennsylvania. So I decided to drive up there to check them out. I drove up to Palmerton Telephone Company on Good Friday, April 3rd, 2026, to check out the two payphones outside of the Palmerton Telephone Company, a small independent outside of Allentown, Pennsylvania. It was a long trip up and back, 11 hours total, 5 up and 6 back. When I got there, I found two Nortel Centurions just outside the main central office. The phone numbers were 610-824-9934 and 610-824-9946. According to the LERG, it's a DMS 10 switch, but it has been upgraded with what is called the AP Max announcement machine. And I won't get into what AP Max is, but basically it is a replacement of the existing announcement machine for a whole bunch of things. And it can be used on a number of switches, not just DMSs, but it can also be like 5Es and so forth.
April 3rd, 2026. I am in front of the Palmerton Telephone Company, Palmerton, Pennsylvania. I literally drove here 5 hours from Virginia to check out a couple of payphones that are just on the other side of that red car over there. And hopefully I can make some recordings and basically actually determine, what these payphones are like. Do they actually work? How do they route? What the phone company is like and so forth. Obviously a very small independent phone company here. Did a little bit of research before I came up here. It appears to be a packet switch, a meta switch. So the philosophy is that, it's not going to be insanely interesting, but again, how many payphones are you going to find here in 2026, right? So again, as soon as I can cross the street without killing myself, because it's obviously pretty busy here, go over there and go check out the payphones. So here are the two payphones in question. They look to be Northern Telecom Centurions. Look to be in pretty sad shape if you look at it. I mean, has no top instruction card, and the bottom one is in pretty sad shape. Over here again, no top instruction card, and bottom one again is in pretty sad shape. So go check these out, figure out what the phone numbers are, and make some recordings.
So let's go ahead and listen to some phone calls. The first one here is listening to the dial tone timing out and hearing the recording that happens when the dial tone does time out.
If you'd like to make a call, please hang up and try again. If you need help, hang up and then dial your operator. If you'd like to make a call, please hang up and try again. If you need help, hang up and then dial your operator.
All right, our next phone call is dialing the AT&T Tandem test. So what I did was I dialed 800-525-0018, and that should route to your local AT&T Tandem. Now that all of the 4 ESSs are gone, it now goes to the local N4E or Next Generation 4 ESS. So in this case, it goes to Tandem 100T, which is in Washington, D.C.
Your international call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number and dial again or call your AT&T operator for assistance. 1-0-0-T. Your international call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number and dial again or call your AT&T operator for assistance. 1-0-0-T.
All right, the next recording is just a test call to 111, and the philosophy was that just to see what type of recording I would get. So in this case, I got a local recording that the call cannot be completed as dialed, and call the business office.
We're sorry. Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check your instruction manual or call the business office for assistance. We're sorry. Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check your instruction manual or call the business office for assistance.
All right, the next call is an attempt to call long distance without coins, and I get a recording saying that the call requires a coin deposit. So this leads me to believe that you can actually make a long distance call from the payphone itself just using 50 cents, which I'm assuming is what the local call rate is. I really don't know for certain because the instruction cards on the phone were completely obliterated, and I'm just guessing at this point that the making a local call is 50 cents. And since I got this recording trying to dial long distance, I'm assuming that this would also work for long distance.
The call you have made requires an initial coin deposit. Please hang up momentarily, listen for dial tone, deposit your coin, and dial your call again.
All right, here's an attempt to dial a 0+ call, meaning 0+ a phone number. And what happens is that it goes through a local recording with TTY tones. So again, this is coming from the AP Max system.
We're sorry, your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number and dial again, or call your operator for assistance. We're sorry, your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number and dial again, or call your operator for assistance.
All right, on this next call, I make a successful long distance call to a phone number outside of Pittsburgh in the 724 area code. And the philosophy is that I knew this number would not soup and goes to a recording. This just happens to be on a telephone switch in Gibsonia, Pennsylvania, under Consolidated Communications on a DMS 100-200. So what I did was that I picked up the phone, put in 2 quarters, and I made the phone call, and the call went through. So this does actually show that the call does not go to anything like a TOPS or OSPS or anything like that, that they just let the call go through for 50 cents as if it were a local phone call.
The number you have reached is not in service. This is a recording. 72443.
All right, the next call goes to what is called 0-. So in other words, that's just dialing 0, or as I like to do, 0#, just to make the call go through faster. I was wondering, how they would route calls here. Did they have their own operator service, so on and so forth. So this leads me to believe that A, they're routing all the calls through the Allentown, Pennsylvania tandem, and B, they have no operators here in Palmerton, Pennsylvania, and everything is just contracted out to Verizon. And when you dial the operator, it just goes to Verizon.
For emergency, police, fire, or ambulance service,
Press 9 now or say emergency. To reach Verizon Repair, press 1 or say repair. To reach Verizon Business Office or arrange credit, press 2 or say business office. For directory assistance, press 4 or say directory assistance. For emergency, police, please hold for an operator. Operator, how may I help you?
All right, the next set of calls go to various N11 calls. 211 would normally go to Pennsylvania 211. However, this obviously requires a coin deposit, so you get a rejection message saying that the call requires coins. Going to 311, it appears to be not in service. You get a not in service recording. 411 for directory assistance requires coins, so you get a recording saying that requires coins. 511 does go to Pennsylvania 511. It does not require coins, and it does go to 511. 611, which of course used to be the number for repair service in a lot of places, but hasn't been in a number of years. That one just goes to a not in service recording. 711 goes to the Pennsylvania Relay Service. Again, this does not require coins, and it goes on through. 811 goes to Pennsylvania 811, call before you dig. And again, that one does go through and does not require coins.
The call you have made requires... We're sorry, your call cannot... The call you have made requires an...
Welcome to Pennsylvania 511. This call is being recorded for quality assurance purposes.
We're sorry, your call cannot be completed as dialed.
Pennsylvania Relay, CA 3033. Area code number to call, please.
Thanks for calling 811. Call before you dig. Are you calling to report an excavation?
All right, this next call is attempting to dial the operator on MCI using 1010222, and it goes to a not in service recording at the local switch.
We're sorry, your call...
All right, on this call, I attempt to dial AT&T operator 101028880, and again, this goes to a local not in service recording.
We're sorry, your call cannot be completed.
All right, this next call is attempt to dial 00. What 00 would normally do is that it would go to the operator of your chosen carrier. Again, I was trying to see whether or not this thing would go to AT&T or somebody else. And what just happens here is that it just goes to again to a not in service recording.
We're sorry, your call cannot be completed as dialed.
All right, for the final call that I made from these payphones was that I dialed the payphone number of the payphone that I was using. And what I got was a recording saying that I had called a party on my own line. So what normally happens whenever you get these recordings is that you make the call on your phone number, you get this recording, and then you hang up, and then your phone is supposed to ring, and then when you pick up the phone, you either get a tone or you get another recording saying that you were called by somebody on your own line. So what happens in this particular case is that when you get the recording, you hang up, and what was supposed to happen was that the payphone was supposed to ring. But from what I was able to determine is that either the ringers are broken or the ringers are disconnected or the ringer just doesn't exist. Who knows? But bottom line is that when the payphone was supposed to ring, it doesn't ring, but it goes through as if it were ringing. So when I picked up the phone, you did get the ringback tone, and what happens is that the call actually goes through. But the interesting thing is that when I made the call, you could hear that the coins that I put in the payphone come right back. And then when you pick up the receiver, you'll get this double ringtone, and this double ringtone basically says, "Hey, you have a call on your line," and then you can go ahead and talk. So this is what happens whenever you dial your own number on a payphone.
The number you have dialed is on your own line. Please hang up your receiver and allow time for your called party's telephone to ring. Then pick up your receiver to converse. The number you have
All right, so here's a quick synopsis of the payphones here at Palmerton Telephone Company, Palmerton, Pennsylvania. The one on the left, 610-824-9946. You get dial tone. The keypad works, but if you try to put money in, it just comes right back. The coin mechanism, coin totalizer isn't working that well. I convinced it a while back to work, but when I press the coin return, it is stuck, and you can look at it now. It is stuck. Coming back to the one on the right, the keypad doesn't work on this one. However, it does accept coins. So this one I was able to make a few calls on, and I was able to figure out, how the local system works and so forth. So again, it does take coins, but the keypad is moderately broken. If you coax it, it will sometimes place a call. The microphone on this one does work. Microphone on this one does not work. So you got a mixed bag. So between the two, you got a working payphone. You just have to rob parts to get a working payphone, right? So anyways, that's pretty much it from Palmerton, Pennsylvania.
All right, so that's it from Palmerton, Pennsylvania. So as I said in some of the videos, basically what happened was that the payphone on the left worked for the most part, except it wouldn't take coins, but the keypad was working correctly. The payphone on the right would take coins, but the keypad was partially broken, and you really had to push on some buttons to make them work. So bottom line is that hey, it's great that we have working CO-controlled payphones, Nortel Centurions in this case, from a small independent in eastern Pennsylvania, outside of Allentown. Obviously in 2026, things work a little different than what we were used to in the past. Again, there's no TOPS or OSPS involved at all. Long distance calls go through as if they were local calls. Just put in 50 cents, dial the number, and away it goes. And there is no operator assisted calls whatsoever. You can dial the operator, but there are no 0+ calls allowed. So yeah, interesting in 2026 how payphones, or the few payphones that are still around, work. So hope you enjoyed this video, and hope to make another one of these videos soon as I find other CO controlled payphones that are still around. Have a good one.